Hi friends, welcome to Super Sunita's Happy World channel. Today I'm going to narrate one of the most popular stories written by Mrs. Sudha Murthy. The title of the story is Miserable Success. Vishnu was a young, bright and ambitious student from the first batch I ever taught at college. So my relationship with him was closer than that with my students from subsequent batches. He was charming, communicative, and clear in his thinking. In college, we used to have long arguments on different issues, and we used to agree to disagree on many matters. I used to tell Vishnu, I have seen many more seasons than you. With my experience in life, I want to tell you that having good relationships, compassion, and peace of mind is much more important than achievements, awards, degrees, or money. Vishnu would argue back, Madam, your stomach is full and you have achieved everything. Hence, you are comfortable in life and can say that. You have received many awards, so you don't care for them and you're not ambitious. You will never understand people like me. Then I usually just smiled at him. I liked him for his openness. Vishnu was also very good at teaching. He completed his degree and got an excellent job in Microsoft in Seattle, USA. He was awaiting his visa to go abroad. I told him to teach at my college while he was waiting. Whenever I could not attend the laboratory sessions, I told him to take charge of the junior lab and be my substitute. He became very popular with the students. I asked Vishnu, You're very good at teaching. Why don't you seriously think of becoming a professor? He said, My monthly salary in the US is more than a teacher's annual salary here. Why would I want to become a professor? Vishnu, don't be so rude. A teacher is not respected for the salary, but for his or her knowledge and teaching. If you don't respect the teaching profession, that is fine, but don't make such a comparison. Soon Vishnu left the country on his new assignment. Many years passed, and a decade rolled by. My students who were once young were now middle aged, and I had gone from middle age to old age. One day, my secretary told me that someone called Vishnu wanted to meet me. By this time, I knew many Vishnus and was not able to place him at once. She said that he was a student from my first batch of students. Now I recognized him instantly and told her to set up an appointment. After all, old wine, old memories, and old students are precious in life. On the day of the appointment, Vishnu walked in right on time. He had less hair than before, and some of them were grey. He had put on weight. He was wearing an expensive shirt, and there was a platinum diamond ring on his finger. But alas, his face was like a dried tomato. There was not a trace of enthusiasm on his face. On the contrary, I could see some lines of worry on his face. He sat in front of me, and I ordered him a cup of tea. Vishnu looked at me and said, Madam, you look really old now. I smiled and said, Time and tide will wait for no one. But he did not smile back. How are you, Vishnu? I asked. I haven't met you for 15 years. It's very nice for you to remember your old teacher and come to see me. Where are you? What are you doing now? Are you still with Microsoft? No, madam. I left Microsoft after 3 years, replied Vishnu. No wonder people say that if someone stays in a software company for more than 3 years, he is a loyal person. He did not respond to my joke. So, where are you now? I asked again. I own a company in Singapore. 200 people work for me. We make very good profit. I felt Vishnu's voice had that pride of achievement, which was very natural. So you have now settled in Singapore? Not really. I come to India quite often because of work. I have a house in Basant Vihar in Delhi, a flat in Worli in Mumbai, a bungalow in Rajmahal, Vilas Extension in Bangalore, a farm on Bannerghatta Road. I stopped him. Vishnu, I did not ask you about your assets. I'm not an income tax person. I just wanted to know where you normally stay. I was pulling his leg, yet he did not smile. Vishnu, you have told me enough of your financial assets, I continued. Now tell me about your marital status. Are you married? How many children do you have? What do they do? Usually, a mother and the teacher get the automatic authority to pose those questions to her children and students. I am not an exception. Some people mind my questions because it is their personal life and I get the hint and stop. But most people happily tell me about their life. Yes, I'm married. I have an 8-year-old daughter, he said. Vishnu pulled out his wallet and showed me his family photo. When he was in college, he used to go out with Bhagya, a girl junior to him. But the lady in the photograph was different. She was stunningly beautiful, like a model, and his daughter was cute. I felt that his life was a picture perfect postcard. He was successful, rich, had a very pretty wife and a daughter. What else can one want in life? With this kind of success, he should be very happy and enthusiastic. But he was not. I did not know the reason, but I knew that he would tell me. I stopped talking and allowed Vishnu to speak. Slowly, Vishnu opened up. Madam, I have a problem. I have come to talk to you. What problem? And why do you think I have the solution? Actually, a successful person like you should help an old teacher like me. I joke to reduce the tension. It's nothing to do with success, madam. For the last few years, I have been feeling very sad. I feel like I'm missing something in life. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is, he said. Nothing makes me happy. Nothing even moves me or touches my heart. Even if I see a heart wrenching incident, I feel that I'm traveling in a desert without water and the roads are paved with gold and silver. I asked him directly, have you seen a doctor or a counselor? Of course, I have. They said that a compassionate heart is important to enjoy life. They told me to read books and advised me to try and be happy by doing things such as looking at the sunrise, listening to the birds, taking long walks, and exercising regularly. Well, what happened? I lost weight with all the activities, but otherwise things did not improve. I went back to a counselor again. He told me to go to Somalia on a trip. Why Somalia? I was surprised. I know that there are trips to Europe, Hong Kong, and Bangkok, but I have never heard of a trip to Somalia. Tell me, did you go there? What did you do in Somalia? I was curious. Oh, they took us to orphanages, HIV camps, and camps of children suffering from malnutrition. But nothing happened. I still did not feel anything. On the contrary, my mind was busy calculating how Somalia could export to America or other European nations. What would you have done in my place, madam? He questioned me. Don't put me in your shoes. What I would do is left to me, and you don't have to do the same thing. Why can't you talk to someone who is very dear to you? Maybe a friend or your wife or someone from your age group. They might be able to give you a better solution. After all, there is a generation gap between us. He was quiet. Then he said, Madam, All my life, I have calculated and made friendships. I have never spent time with people who are not useful to me in some way. After all, life is a merciless competitive field. Every move should take me one step higher on the ladder of success. I thought to myself, now I know why Bhagya was replaced by the model wife. How much time do you spend with your family? My daughter is friendly, but she's nice to me only when she wants something from me. Sometimes I find it very strange. A child looks beautiful only with innocence, but my daughter is more practical. My wife is very busy with the carpet business that she inherited from her father. She doesn't have any time to talk to me and my daughter, even though she works from home most of the time. He stopped for a second and continued. Or maybe I think that way. My wife wants to get all my contacts and clients so that she can expand her business. I'm more of a database to her than a companion. I understood Vishnu's problem. Sometimes it's very difficult to talk with your own family. I was touched that he felt safe coming to me, but he was expecting a quick fix from me. I was willing to listen to his problem, but that did not mean that I also knew the solution. Vishnu continued, Madam, tell me, how do I become compassionate? How do I build a strong family? How can I enjoy the sunrise and the moonlight? How much time does it take to get all these qualities? Are there any books or a crash course or people who can teach me? I don't care about the cost, but it should not take months together. I was shocked by his approach. Vishnu, compassion cannot be taught, sold, or bought, I said. There is no time limit either. It is one of the characteristics that you have to develop from the beginning. Understand that life is a journey. In that short journey, if you can show compassion to others, show it now. Our ancestors have always talked about the middle path for a reason, the path which makes a person stable, happy, and content. Vishnu, you're the role model for your children. Children will be what they see. What you have done, your daughter has copied. Vishnu signed and said, Yes, madam. I understand what you are saying. I will take my daughter and work with poor people on a regular basis along with her. That will also help us bond. I'm hoping that it will make me a better human being and I will be able to find worthy again. Now I know what brought me to you. I cannot thank you enough. Vishnu left my office with hope in his heart and a smile on his face. Friends, this is the end of this story, but I hope you like this story. This story brings to my mind many things. See, friends, we are living in a very competitive world, okay? We are very busy, but don't be so busy that you can't talk to your friends, that you can't talk to your family members. On your weekends, please enjoy sunrise and sunset. Be close to nature. Go to a park. Spend time with your children. Stay away from digital devices, at least during your weekends. And spend time more with your family. And be compassionate to all the people around you. Okay? This message by Mrs. Sudha Murthy is excellent and even I'm motivated by it and I hope you're also motivated. Okay, thank you so much friends for watching. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. Thank you so much.